Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I'm Sandy Quinn, former president of the Richard Nixon Foundation, now, thank you, now a member of the board, and I want you to meet my successor, who just started this week, so give him a good welcome, Bill Barabalt. Where are you, Bill? Yeah, he's in the back. See, Bill, we always have full houses, so you're going to have to get used to just standing in the back. I want you to say hello to Jim Rogan's wife, Christine, and to welcome Christine, and to his all-important mother-in-law, Trudy. Trudy? I want you to know that on July 21, and save the date, mark this down, it's going to be a great program. We have Pat Buchanan, who joined candidate Richard Nixon right after he lost the two big elections of presidency and the gubernatorial here in California. And he joined him from the St. Louis Globe-Dispatch, where he was the chief editorial writer. And he traveled with Richard Nixon throughout those wilderness years and wrote a book just recently called The Greatest Comeback, which is a story of how Richard Nixon went from the depths of those two defeats to the White House, not once but twice. And Pat Buchanan was with him the entire time. He'll be joined by his wife, Shelley, who he met in the White House. They're a great couple. They're great people. He is on, you've seen him as a talking head, a commentator on television frequently. He's on John McLaughlin's show. He's on Fox frequently. And he'll be here on July 21 speaking at 7 o'clock. And tickets are available in the gift shop. Now, those of you who follow us frequently know that we have a tremendous schedule of speakers all the time, and we do now. So I want you to go to the website, www.nixonfoundation.org, and see what's coming up, because we've got great speakers. We've got some very interesting engagements with our friends in the People's Republic of China, who will be here 3 times this year with interesting programs, including July 23rd, a program you're welcome to, where they will open an exhibit that the Chinese have done thanking America for the country's support during World War II. And it'll be a great exhibit, and we're going to display it for 10 days, and I hope you'll come to the reception on the evening of July 23rd at 7 o'clock. I always want you to help us and to join us and to be with us all the time, year-round. Thus, I hold in my formerly nicotine-stained hands an application to join our Associates Club. How many of you are members of the Associates Club? Well, good for you, but shame on the rest of you. We need your help. You can join at $50 up to $5,000. And yes, there are some spots left in the $5,000 category. But we welcome you at any category. And you get free admission, you get discounts to days like today on merchandise, but you get free admission all year. So it's worth it, but you're helping a good cause. Jim Rogan is one of the most fascinating and diverse people in terms of background that any of us will ever meet. He has an amazing story, a hard-to-believe story. It began in the Mission District in San Francisco, now a nice Renaissance area of restaurants and shops. Then a decadent, rundown, tough, full of gang area. He was born to a mother who was a felon. She was a cocktail waitress on welfare. His father left him before he was born, and that's a tough beginning. He had a very rough childhood. He dropped out of high school in the 10th grade. Had no purpose, had no mission, had no hope. But like a lot of people, he decided this isn't for me. And he got up and he dusted himself off and he said, I'm going to do something with my life. I don't like this life. I want to change. So he went to community college, and he was a great student. So he went to Cal State Berkeley and graduated. He went to UCLA and got his law degree. Then he joined a firm, tried corporate and practice in a firm, but he said, I like public service. So he became a district attorney and in Los Angeles. And the DA recognized early that he was an excellent prosecutor. He knew a little bit about gangs, so he became in charge of that gang murder unit in the LA District Attorney's Office. And he was exceptional in that. Governor Duke Majian decided that he should be on the court, on the bench. So he named him to the state court, the municipal court in Glendale. He was the youngest at that time of judges in that system of municipal judges in the state of California. And he was exceptional. California Law Review said he was one of the most effective of all of the judges in California. So a special election came along in his home district. So he said, what the heck, I'll try it. Well, he won. So as a freshman, a young freshman, he goes to Sacramento and he becomes majority leader of the state assembly. There again, California Law Review says he's one of the most effective legislators in the state. So along comes an opportunity for Congress, and he runs for that, and he wins. And he goes to Washington, and he's named on the all-important Judiciary Committee. And he then becomes involved in as a floor manager in the impeachment process for the president. He becomes kind of a marked man because of that and loses his congressional seat later, but then comes back to California where he's now a member of the Superior Court right here in Orange County, so be careful, be nice to him. And he's an adjunct professor at Chapman University teaching law and court procedures and trial procedures. So his early life was nothing but rough edges, and thus this book, which, by the way, purely coincidental, we happen to have on sale in our museum store, which is available to you. You buy one, the second one will be sold to you at exactly no increase in price. And he will autograph it later. So from that rough edge life, he goes to phenomenal success. I think that's the great America dream lived to its absolute. And it's an example of what focus and persistence can do for any of us and all of us. And an amazing man who comes here today to talk about his new book, And Then I Met. So to go from rough edges, where he's hanging out with gang people, to And Then I Met, where he's hanging out with the biggest celebrities, political people, presidents, senators, governors, world leaders, is an amazing career. And to tell you more about it, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jim Rogan.
Thank you, Sandy. That was great. Let me borrow that for a second. Thank you, Sandy. If you'll, as we used to say in Congress, if you'll allow me a point of personal privilege, I just want to say about Sandy Quinn, I've known him for about 25 years. He was introduced to me many years ago by our mutual friend Bob Finch, who served in President Nixon's first cabinet. And I've watched Sandy with his activity here at the library and in the foundation over the many years. He just spent the last several years as the